Hare Krishna. So, we had an introduction of Valmiki Ramayana along with Valmiki Maharshi, the psychology behind the compilation of Ramayana, the content of the Ramayana, why was it compiled, the many purposes. But Valmiki Maharshi had a purpose in his mind for Loka Kalyan, for the benefit of all the living beings. And with that same benefit, Lord Krishna, Lord Narayan appears to this world, Dharma Samsthapanarthaya. No? And to give that deep relationship with Lord Hari. But unfortunately, in this very land of Dharma, Valmiki Maharshi and Vyasadeva have no memorials only. Everybody else has. Ordinary politicians have their memorial where you spend millions of dollars to maintain it. But Valmiki Maharshi and Vyasadeva don't have anything official. But the point is, yesterday we forgot to mention something very interesting. Like this, we were discussing in our Gopal's Garden school. What is greater, Kavya or Kavi? We see, to make themselves great, Kavi, they do all kinds of circus to get certain kinds of prize. To be known as winner of Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Sahitya Academy. Not everybody, but many do that. And they celebrate their success for some time. And few people read their compilation. But these compilation can never come anywhere close to what is there in Valmiki Ramayana. If we take a mundane example, I was sharing this with Radha Gopinath Prabhu, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, that how many of you know who compiled Mere Watan Ke Log? But everybody knows that song. Huh? So don't tell. So only he knows that it is that song whenever it is heard, whether you're a devotee, whether you're an advanced devotee, but as long as you're part of India, whenever you hear that song, the tears will roll from your eyes. And the story behind compiling this song was based upon 1961 Indo-China War. So to remember, to offer gratitude, one poet, because somebody has to compile it, he had his inspiration on the beach of Mahim or Matunga, Mahim only. So he scribbled on some kind of ordinary paper. And after some days, somebody asked him to compile a song for 1962 Republic Parade. And he wrote it down, the entire song he wrote. And he wanted only Lata Mangeshkar to sing. And she did not take it very seriously because she said it's a stand-alone song. It is not part of any movie, so what is so great about it? So he kept on pushing. She did some rehearsal. When she went to Delhi, when she sang, everyone was crying. But the unfortunate thing that the poet was not invited for this function. He was not invited. So it became famous. Even Nehru, when he heard this song, he said, if you don't cry hearing this song, then you are not a Hindustani. So the poet has become insignificant. The poet is lost in his poetry. Unless you dig down into Google Guru, you will not come to know only. His name was Kavi Pradeep. Some Vivedi from Uttar Pradesh. It was his pen name as Kavi Pradeep. So similarly, we are also discussing when Tukaram Maharaj compiled his Gatha, Abhanga. Right, at one point of time, it was said that you cannot recite, you cannot teach others because you do not come from the higher caste. So they told him to dump his entire compilation in the Indrayani river. You can imagine, when you spend your entire life, nothing but a poet with deep devotion had to drop everything in the river, saying that you cannot teach anyone, you cannot compile anymore because you are not qualified. So he followed, the customs of those days. He dumped his compilation in the Indrayani river. So there are two versions of the story. One version is that Indrayani Devi, the river personified, appeared and she gave that book to him. I was asking this same question to some students, that what if your book is drowned and some Devi brings it back to you but nobody reads it? And on the other hand, you have compiled something but everybody has learned it, by hearted that very song, and hundreds of people are reading. Which one would you prefer, Devi bringing it back or people reading it? So naturally somebody has a logic brain, they'll say, no, I don't want simply, if both happens, that is great. For Tukaram Maharaj, in one sense it happened both. Mother Indrayani gave, but more than that, in one sense, everyone had learned all his compilation. That was a satisfaction. एक कवि का सुख क्या होता है कि मैं चला जाऊंगा लेकिन मेरी कविता रहेगी. And that is what Valmiki Maharshi was blessed by Brahmaji, that as long as the creation will be there, your poetry will be there. And therefore Hanumanji, as we discussed, Lord Ramchandra gave everyone different kinds of benediction. Basically he gave the benediction of going back to the spiritual world, except Hanumanji. And what did Hanumanji ask? Hanumanji said, as long as this creation, he is a Chiranjeev. If you go to Kim Purush Lok, what is he doing? He is continuously reciting the great stories of Lord Ramachandra. In fact, there is a benediction given to Hanumanji and to all of us. He said, wherever there is a recitation of Ram Katha is going on, Hanumanji will certainly come there. Why? Because he has millions of years. With his millions of years, he can extend all his years to different parts of Bharat Bhumi and beyond Bharat Bhumi, wherever there is authentic Ram Katha is going on. No? If somebody speaks wrong Ram Katha, then he will give them at the right time. So, and what is one of the most important character of Ramayana? We discussed little bit. Ramayana is a history, it's the Itihas also. But not the Itihas, the history we read in our school. It is all collection of dates. When you give a history exam, we give the history exam. It's all about when was the first independent struggle of India, the third Panipat battle, the Plassey battle, right? The salt satyagraha. So all these dates were there and very little information about what exactly happened, who were involved. So therefore these histories do not make any legacy. जब इतिहास परंपरा को नहीं बनाती है, वो इतिहास केवल बोरिंग बन जाता है. But in Ramayana, it is iti. Has means what? Thus happened, thus happening, and will happen in the future. Therefore, every character in Ramayana is a reality. It's not symbolic. Dashrath Maharaj, many times Sita, or in fact, even when the great Mahatma Gandhiji went to London, that was the first time we read Bhagavad Gita. The English version of Bhagavad Gita, which is poetic version of Gita, which was talking all about symbolism. Kurukshetra means body. Pandavas means 5 senses. Kurus means limitless desires. And if you ask them, what about the Kurukshetra in real? He said, no, that is all allegoric. It is not real, it is figurative. So when you bring symbolism at the cost of history, you destroy the nation. You destroy the culture of the nation, which is very unconscious by many and conscious by some. इतिहास को, उस व्यक्तित्व को, उस स्थान को, to say that this were non-existing only, it's all symbolic, what do? You basically destroy the itihas of your very culture, and the modern itihas, which is like 1,000 years or less, become the history of your country, and Gandhiji become father of the nation. This nation was not created in 1947. At least 5,000 years. If you read Ramayana, then it goes beyond also. That we will discuss a little bit tomorrow when we discuss Bharat and Ram Milap. So, when I said it is not symbolic, it is a historical reality. And at the same time, the very interesting principle is that this personalities also represent certain principles. They are not only personalities, they are personalities, that is the first thing, but they also represent certain psychology, certain character, certain values. And these values never stop making sense to us. They do not become irrelevant. Therefore it is fresh. इतिहास है कि ये बोरिंग नहीं है, ये सत्य है. So these personalities will always make sense to us. They will never make, when you go to Ganga, now Ganga is flowing in the same place for many thousands of years. An empiricist, a logician will say, what is Ganga? It's a flow of river, flow of set of water flowing one time. When you take bath in Ganga, first dip, you rise. When you take second dip, you are bathing in a different set of water. वो पानी चला गया, फिर गंगा क्या है? What is Ganga then? Because गंगा का पानी हमेशा बहता है, तो जो पानी बह रहा है वो गंगा है, या गंगा के पीछे जो वैल्यू वो गंगा है? Because empirically you can say it is H2O. ये तो पानी है, ये तो कैसे पवित्र गंगा हो सकती है? That continuous flow which is happening since ages, the great Bhagirath, who was responsible for bringing Mother Ganga for his ancestor, and therefore everyone who is connected to that legacy will experience Mother Ganga. Otherwise our poets, our great devotee poets, they say, there are rocks in Ganga. They are soaked in that river since ages. Only thing what has happened is that they got a better shape. उनको अच्छा shape मिल गया, round shape you get, very smooth, but the transformation has not happened. There are a lot of frogs, fishes, snakes, water snakes. All of it 24 hours they are bathing in that water, but you don't see transformation happening to them. So therefore Ganga is a legacy which we remember, which is coming since ages. Therefore similarly Dasharath Maharaj as a character is also a legacy. वो किसी सिद्धांतों को, किसी कैरेक्टर को प्रस्तुत करते हैं. Just like fatherhood, motherhood, husbandhood. However, whatever happens to the whole concept of marriage institution, you may say, only 30% people are getting married, only 40% are getting married, only 25% are getting married. It does not matter. The concept of institution of marriage will always exist. It is not based upon how many number, it is based upon the principle. वो होता ही रहेगा. कलयुग के अंतिम, जब तक भगवान कल्कि भी आएंगे, वो भी किसी परिवार से भी आएंगे. Even one family, those who are bona fide married, Kalki's father Vishnu Yash, somewhere in Bihar, he will come in a family. That means the family concept will remain till the end of Kali Yuga. You may disregard your mother, but you cannot disregard your motherhood. You may disregard the father, but you cannot disregard the fatherhood. You may disregard the wife, but you cannot disregard the wifehood. Because one is representing the principle and one is the principle itself. So what is our interest? Our interest is the principle, but the interest of principle can only happen through certain personality. व्यक्तियों के द्वारा ही हो सकता है. Therefore, Maharaj Dasharath, is a personality and is also a principle. ये दोनों भी है. ये जब हम समझेंगे, then the Dasharath of history becomes a legacy for us to experience his relevance in our life. Emotionally, he will affect us. Intellectually, he will teach us. Socially, he will make us more apt in how to interact with the world. As I said, Ramayana is not for entertainment, but it has entertainment. Ramayana is not for management, but management is there. Ramayana is not meant for learning governance, but governance is there. Ramayana is not for learning nighttime, bedtime stories from grandparents. That is there in that. But इससे आगे क्या है कि keeping Ram in the center, you learn many aspects of life so that you can live a dharmic, devotional life. So therefore, whenever you read Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana, these are basically 3 books, Granthas, every personality, they are connected to certain family lineage. ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा कि सडनली कोई बीच में से आएगा. उनको कहते हैं शूर्पणखा, मंत्र, नॉट इवन शूर्पणखा, मंतरा. मंतरा का कुल क्या था, कहाँ से आई थी, किधर से आई थी, इसकी जानकारी कहाँ भी नहीं है. Some say she came along with Kaikai from a foreign land. Very dangerous, no? When a foreigner gets involved in your country's affairs, then utal putal ho jata hai, and this is spoken by Lord Ram to Bharat in Valmiki Ramayana. We'll discuss that tomorrow, the different perspective of Ramayana. So, उसका कोई कुल धर्म नहीं था, उसका कोई पूर्व संस्कार नहीं था. So therefore, when Dashratha's character is begin, how do you connect to him? You connect him to his family lineage. You begin by saying he was from Raghukula clan. He was from a Surya Vamsha. उनका अपना गोत्र भी हुआ करता था. उनके गुरु भी हुआ करते थे. So when they would talk about, recently I went to my village, and it was nice to see my cousin sister. The priest was asking, गोत्र कौन सा है? आपके बच्चे का नक्षत्र क्या है? तिथि क्या है? मास क्या है? She was able to say everything so nicely because a pious lady, raised in a piety, so she was able to say everything. So I have to take out my own phone to see what is my... No? If you ask children nowadays, it's a fashion to tell only your name, and that too broken name. पूरा नाम ही नहीं बोलेंगे. They want very small name, as much as possible you can trim it very nicely, because बड़ा नाम मतलब, big name is like a banyan tree, and a small name is like a bamboo tree, कभी भी गिर सकता हो. So कुल धर्म को बोलना ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण होता है. So therefore people would tell in our time, you tell your name and tell your father's name, tell your surname, and most probably if the teacher is more cultured, will ask you are from which village, kahan se hai, kaun sa gaon. He will ask everything. Now people feel embarrassed to talk about their family lineage because there are too many stories which you don't want to tell. So best tell about your own self, chota sai. I have spoken this many times. One of our devotee, Aditya Shipro in Premilamada's son, when he was in Australia doing his post-graduation in sports physio, when they had to write the certificate, they asked him, do you want your father's name? Are you sure? And they wanted to just write Mrunal Shetty. He said, no, I want my father's name because I have the same father and the same mother since they are married, so please put my father's name in the certificate. He had to insist. But others, there is an option not to write. We don't want to undermine or criticize, but this is how a culture forces us to accept the realities of life in such an extent that you disconnect yourself with your larger family. So therefore, Gandhiji and other people said, what is the greatest tragedy of modern education? It separates you from your family. जो हम प्राइड लेते हैं कि मेरे बच्चे, मेरे परिवार के लोग दूर देश में रहते हैं, थोड़े समय के बाद समझ में आता है कि ये दूर रहना मेरा दुर्भाग्य है, क्योंकि आत्मीयता के लिए निकट रहने की आवश्यकता बहुत होती है. Very interesting concept. Therefore, he was very clear. Ajay was his father. Raghu Maharaj is his grandfather. He came from the lineage of Mandahata, Ikshwaku, Bhagirath, Kukusta, Sagara. So many great personalities. We will discuss that on the fourth day when Sita and Ram were getting married. Both talk about their family lineage to such an extent. कब तक जाते हो? दोनों अपने परिवार के बारे में बोलते हैं. Now again, it is not a rule based. I am not saying that from tomorrow you start applying it as it is. We discussed yesterday, Shastras should be always added with some water. not watering it down, but applying according to your place, situation and circumstance. Because you might offend people asking, oh, I need to know about your Gotra, I need to know about your grandparents. It may not suit them according to their situation. But here we are discussing Ramayana. It's an ideal book. Therefore, you will find all of these things very clearly. And the Ramayana also speaks that from that Kula, Dashrath Maharaj was the 25th king. Itna sara इतिहास है. So how can Dashrath only be a symbol? इतना सारा उनका पूर्व इतिहास दिया हुआ है. And all the scriptures in the Bhagavatam, sometimes devotees skip the family lineage of great personality. मतलब ये तो boring है. But that is what makes the Bhagavatam. If the lineage was not there, Parikshit Maharaj would not be there. If the lineage was not there, Bhagirath would not be there. If the lineage was not there, Lord Krishna would not appear in Yadukula. If the lineage was not there, Bali Maharaj and Prahlad would not appear. So then you realize Shukadeva Goswami spent so much of time discussing about family lineage in the most beautiful book of Bhagavatam. And what we do, we skip it. We forget what Lord Chaitanya told Sanatana Goswami. In every alphabet of Bhagavatam, Krishna is there. That Krishna is there in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, Krishna is there in the middle of the Bhagavatam, Krishna is there in the conclusion of Bhagavatam, Krishna is there in every word. That's a beautiful concept. So, he was the 25th king. And what kind of king was he? Dasharath. Means the name, sometimes people say there is nothing in the name. Nowadays what people give names to their children, it has no meaning many times. It has no substance. When the names are chosen according to our Jatak Karma, Nakshatra, it's a fascinating science. Every aspect of the Vedas is simply a beautiful science, but unfortunately we do not have the time to invest and the same time arrogance to analyze. We have an arrogance to analyze that ऐसा बेकार है. But if you study the science of Namakaran, it's amazing. तो इसलिए कभी कभी लोग पूछते हैं, अरे शास्त्रों में ऐसा नाम इसलिए दिया है क्योंकि पोएटिक है. दशरथ यानी कि जिसका रथ सब जगह में जाता था. दुर्योधन यानी कि जिसको जीतने के लिए, जिसके साथ युद्ध करने के लिए कठिन है. दुशासन यानी कि वो शासन बहुत खराब करता है. No? Yudhishthir, very good at fighting. So people say these names are very symbolic, therefore such names are given. But actually, if you study little concept of Namakaran, if it is done according to proper chart, you will realize you resemble, you actually exhibit those qualities of names. ऐसे कभी होता है, अगर किसी को नाम नदी मिल गया चार्ट के अनुसार, तो बहुत कठिन होता है उनको नियंत्रण करना. No, it's an amazing science. It's amazing science. In fact, some people, now I don't have an authentic information, but I'm just sharing. So don't say that Prabhuji said, therefore it must be true, or Prabhuji said, and because it is said against what others have said, therefore I'm just sharing. That whenever people have the name Sita, Radha, not initiated name, because initiated name becomes Radha Dhasi. You are servant of Radha. You become servant of Sita. Now I've heard it many times. When you get the name straight Sita or Radha or Kunti, you do not have the capacity to handle that name. उस नाम को धारण करने की शक्ति आप में नहीं होती है, और कभी कभी आपका जीवन उनके जैसे बन जाता है, बिकॉज यू आर ओनली सीता बाय नेम नॉट बाय सब्सटेंस, बट द पेन जो सीता का आपको आता है उसको धारण नहीं कर सकते हो. इसलिए कई समाज में वो कहते कि सीता की पूजा करो लेकिन सीता का नाम मत दो, राधा की पूजा करो परंतु राधा का नाम मत दो. आपने भी सुना होगा, राइट? So whether it is truth, now you only analyze based upon people, those who have the name like that. So Dasharath Maharaj had this name Dasharatha because he had many names, but this name became very famous based upon his character, his efficiencies, his qualities. He would fight for the Devatas also. His chariot was prepared in all the direction, and therefore he became unconquerable. His kingdom Koshal, the capital of that Koshal, became Ayodhya. अवध, अवध यानी कि क्या? जिसका कोई उसको परास्त नहीं कर सकता, उसका वध नहीं कर सकता, उसका नाश नहीं कर सकता. Ayodhya and Awadh are synonymous to each other. Ayodhya is a Sanskrit word and Awadh is a Bhojpuri or Awadhi language. So Dasharath Maharaj's governance was great. The first few chapters Valmiki Maharshi spent discussing about how Ayodhya was formed. किस प्रकार से अयोध्या शहर था. Ramayana talks about three civilizations: the Ayodhya civilization, the Kishkinda civilization, and Lanka civilization. Geopolitics उस समय का. And then in between there were many civilizations. So Ayodhya civilization, Valmiki Maharshi spent so many pages describing the glories of Ayodhya. After describing the glories of Ayodhya, he comes to one place. He said, but this great king Dasharath Maharaj, the only drawback of his kingdom that he did not had any children. So what does Valmiki Ramayana do? Valmiki introduces the concept of Dvandva, duality. कितना भी अच्छा राज्य क्यों न हो और कितना भी खराब राज्य क्यों न हो, you will find something good in evil situation also. You will find Vibhishan in Lanka and you will find some pain in Ayodhya. इतना बड़ा राजा, सब कुछ है, राज्य को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए लेगेसी कोई नहीं है, कोई पुत्र ही नहीं उसके पास. So how many wives Dasharath Maharaj had? Dasharath Maharaj had 353 wives, according to Valmiki Maharshi. Again, the question arises, how can he marry like that? This is a pure abuse. That's what the liberal socialists, without even getting into Ramayana, just one verse will they'll conclude that Dasharath Maharaj was a greatly abusive personality. So then you have to study Vishnu Puran, which our acharyas have studied. In the Vishnu Puran, the story is that because Dasharath Maharaj was ruling during the time of Parshuram. And what was Parshuram's vow? Parshuram's vow was that I will terminate the entire Kshatriyas from the planet of earth because of their abusive behavior. One of the Kshatriya killed his father, Jamadagne, Kartivir Arjuna, So, Parshuram, even though is Lord Vishnu, there is a greater psychology of Lord Shiva. No, Samhar Shakti bahut hone ke कारण he became equal to everybody, not in compassion but in violence. He was killing everyone indiscriminately. And Agastya Rishi, for that matter, was initiating some of the Kshatriyas to a Brahminical culture. उनको Brahminical दीक्षा भी दे रहे थे. But some kings were not willing to accept. They said, we are Kshatriyas. हम मरेंगे परंतु झुकेंगे नहीं. तो इसलिए they were all killed by Parshu or Parshuram. They were not timely wise. Their ego destroyed them. And there was another rule of Parshuramji. What was it? That I will not kill anyone if they are getting married. Vivaha sanskar ke samay. If I reach to that place when people are getting married, I will not kill them, even if they are Kshatriyas. So he had these two discount for people. So whenever the news of Dashrath, whenever Dashrath Maharaj heard the news that Parshuramji is coming, he is Kula Guru Vashishta. That is the beauty of Purohit. Purohit, they know everything, what's happening everywhere. They give signal, Parshuramji aa rahe, aap kya karo? Vivah ke liye baith jao. So whenever he came down, he said, you rascal, you are getting married, I'll come next time. Now this is the Shastra. So the king, it's very important for the king to survive. If the king does not survive, the society does not survive. So he married for that reason. But unfortunately, even though he had 352 wives, he did not get a child from any one of them. Therefore, one situation of your life, what does it do? It makes you question your entire existence. आपके बाकी सारे पुण्यों को, your piety, you question that what is this happening to me? Sometimes events have to be separated. There is large amount of piety, but this aspect of your life is connected to some impiety also. Therefore, Lord Narsinghdev told Prahlad Maharaj, when he was going back to the spiritual world after hearing his prayers, giving him benediction, what did Lord Narsinghdev said? Very interesting, and Prabhupada writes very beautiful commentary also. He said, Bhogyana punyam kushalana papam, kalevaram kala javena hitva. He said, my dear Prahlad, while living in this world, he said, you will get some bhoga. Bhoga is piety. Uska aap anubhav karo. Experience that. And then kushalana papam and bhogyana punyam. Then kushalana papam. He said, then also experience reaction for what you had done something in your past. उसके प्रति ऑब्जेक्शन मत करो, उसके प्रति डाउट मत करो, उसके प्रति क्वेश्चन मत करो, उसके प्रति गुस्सा मत करो. Because when you become angry with that, you simply add interest to your karma. Like Prabhupada said, when you bite your tongue, you don't curse your teeth, you don't break it. So your teeth is like your previous karma, and the tongue experiencing is presently happening it. तो उसके प्रति क्रोध मत करो. You experience that. So Dashrath Maharaj, somewhere in his destiny, experiencing children up to then was not there, but as a purushartha, as an endeavor, he never stopped. He continued. And then he came to Kaikeyi's father called Ashwapati, asking the hand of Kaikeyi as a marriage. So what did Kaikeyi's father did? Kaikeyi's father said, you can marry my daughter on one condition, because you are old and she is young. And once you depart from this world, what will happen to my daughter? Who will take care of her? It's a practical question raised by a father who is concerned about his daughter. He said, only my daughter's son becomes the king of Ayodhya, then you can marry my daughter. Is it acceptable to you? No, Dashrath Maharaj never imagined in his dream that he will have children from other wives. So instantly agreed to that proposal कि मैं आपके बेटी के साथ विवाह करूंगा और उस बेटा ही राजा बनेगा. There is some connection to this and to the story in the Mahabharata also. No? So he promised. When you make such an unconditional promise, because decisions are not destination, decisions are journey. Sometimes you have to change your decisions based upon how that decision is affecting your present situation. इसलिए प्रतिज्ञा को अगर लेने से, हाँ, it is only affecting your life, then you should not break it. But it is affecting the life of the entire family, the country, it is going to dislodge everything. Then if you stick to your promises, then what will happen? It causes limitless harm. Therefore, Prabhupada explains that in regards to Dasharath and Vasudev, the father of Krishna, even he was known as a great Satyavadi. वो कभी झूठ नहीं बोलते थे. Therefore, whatever he tried to convince Kamsa about Devaki's protection, philosophy, Samadana, Dandabendha, सब बोलने पर भी Kamsa was not convinced. When he promised, I will bring every child to you. This is my promise. Instantly Kamsa agreed. Even Kamsa had a complete confidence in the words of Vasudev. And Vasudev did up to sixth child. Then what happened? He changed. In fact, when Krishna came, Krishna is the one, because Sankarshan was suddenly transformed. They were not responsible for Sankarshan's, birth from Devaki to Rohini. So he was not personally involved. But when Krishna appeared, what did he tell? He told Vasudeva, take me to Vrindavan, bring their daughter, the beginning of lie. For people like Kamsa and Duryodhan. भगवान ने उनको सिखाया असत्य भी एक सत्य होता है, असत्य भी एक औषधि होती है, असत्य भी एक उपकरण होता है. उस असत्य से अगर इतना बड़ा कुछ धर्म का कार्य होगा, so if you are attached to Satya, then you are basically, it's an obsession. For us to break Satya, it's like throwing the coin. In Kali Yuga, people make promises, break promises, make promises, break promises. So for us, we do not make sense to us, how much it must have been difficult for Vasudeva to break that rule. Because in his life he never broke. But he had the higher principle. There was a pain, but he broke that. But with Dasharath Maharaj, we will study as we study his character, now how much trouble he invited for himself. So he promised, but still even Kaikeyi did not bear any child. So he wanted to perform Putra Kameshti Yajna. Now our last talk will be on Sumantara, the unsung hero. There are many heroes in Ramayana who are not glorified as much as Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna. But they also make Ramayana very meaningful and full of substance. So Sumantara, he basically reminded something to Dasharath Maharaj. He said, no, you don't need to do Putra Kameshti Yajna now. He said, you had a daughter called Shanta. Shanta was given to adoption king called Romapad Maharaj. He received her. She was born through Dasharath. Which queen? Valmiki Maharshi does not speak about it. So she was adopted by this Romapad Maharaj. And Romapad Maharaj had a great problem in his kingdom because he did something wrong. And one Rishi said, you have to invite Rishyashringa Maharshi, because in his leg, in his foot, in his lotus feet, there is a Kshema Chakra. जहाँ कहीं उनका पैर गिरेगा, वहाँ का राज्य समृद्ध हो जाएगा, prosperous बन जाएगा. So that to bring him, so that's a different story, how he was brought, then Shantala was married to him, and then because of that, the kingdom became very prosperous. So Sumantara told, why don't you bring this Rishyashringi, who is in fact your son-in-law only, if he comes and if he performs this yajna, Ashwamedha and Putra Kameshti yajna, then you will certainly get a children. So Sumantara, he is not a Brahmana, he is not a Kshatriya, he is not a Vaishya, he is not a Shudra, he is a mixed caste. But he had such a role in Valmiki Ramayana that he is one of the 8 ministers of Valmiki Ramayana. And there are people who say Ramayana is all about caste. No, it is written by the Brahmanas to dominate other community. But one of the ministers of Dasharath Maharaj is Sumantara, who had the courage, who had the freedom, who had the liberty to blast Kaikeyi in front of Dasharath and chastise Dasharath in front of Kaikeyi. And while doing to that, to both of them, Vashishta Maharshi was also there, and nobody could do anything to Sumantara, did not sack him, did not remove him from the party, did not send him a shokas notice, why did you speak like this? And you did not find his dead body lying in some gutter, murdered by, the chamchas and chelas. He still survived. Why? Because that kind of transparency was there. The kings were questioned by the ministers like this Sumantara. So then he performed this yajna and the kheer was given. We will not go into all these details. And eventually after 12 months, on the Chaitra Navami, the kheer was consumed. And the next Chaitra Navami, Lord Ramachandra, Bharat, Shatrughna and Lakshman were born. And that was the beginning of Dasharath Maharaj's anxiety. The character of Dasharath, what Valmiki Maharshi presents, is that Dasharath Maharaj's one character was that he could never tell his painful realities to anybody. He never revealed those secrets, not because he was fearful. The tendency of Dasharath Maharaj to suffer himself rather than sharing with others. He didn't want, because of a good character. Sometimes people with good character, they cause more pain to themselves when there is not needed. That is a lesson we learn from Dasharath Maharaj. So he would never tell this to anybody. But the benediction, he realized, oh my God, I have to. Kaushalya had the son called as Ram, who was named as Vashishta, who gives unlimited happiness to everybody else. And as much as he was giving happiness to Dasharath Maharaj, that much Dasharath Maharaj was going in anxiety. Because when you are greatly qualified, if you make a small mistake, it has a greater consequences. Because you are a great personality. An ordinary person makes a decision. If his investment is only 300 rupees and he makes a mistake, क्या होगा? 300 रुपए जाएगा उसका. But the king of a country makes a small mistake of being liberal to his enemies, it can cost the kingdom. एक साधारण व्यक्ति की दया, एक राजा की दया में बहुत बड़ा अंतर होता है. Depending upon who you are. So it is not a small decision. It is who you are and what position you have. The small decisions have limitless consequences. So Dasharath Maharaj was becoming bigger and bigger. His son was giving him limitless happiness. He had all great qualities. Lord Ramachandra, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, had chosen Dasharath as his father. Now we choose our father based upon our destiny. And they get us as their destiny. Therefore, nobody can curse each other. Sometimes the children say, I don't want it to be born. Are tumhare paas koi, you don't have a choice. You can't select your father like you select your clothes. It is thopa gaya aapko. It is imposed upon you based upon your karma. Of course, if there is a right kind of Garbhadan samskar with that sankalpa, then you can invoke that kind of children, but you cannot pinpoint, I want Shivaji as my child. Nahi hoga. No. I don't want somebody as my son. You can't say like that. It will come according to your karma. But here Lord Ramachandra, when he performs his pastime, when he sets his stage, when he selects who will be the what. So he selected Lord Dashrath Maharaj as father. Can you imagine what a great good fortune he had? But even with that good fortune, because the stories are performed in this mundane plane, and the mundane plane acts on the platform of Dvandva, जितना उनका सुख बढ़ रहा था उतना उनकी एंजाइटी बढ़ रही थी. किसके कारण? क्योंकि अब मैं कैसे अश्वपति को बताओ कि आई कैन नॉट मेक योर सन एज द किंग, इंस्टेड आई हैव टू मेक दशरथ राम एज द किंग, बिकॉज राम इज फर्स्ट, ही इज द oldest son, second is qualified, third, he is more qualified than me. हर एक दृष्टिकोण से राम योग्य राजा है, लेकिन वो वरदान दिया हुआ है. एंड हाउ मेनी पीपल न्यू अबाउट दैट वरदान? Even Kaikai did not knew about that. If she knew about it, she would never ask for that two benediction. She would have said, you had promised my father. Even she didn't know about it. The Acharyas explain only 4 people must have known. Dashrath himself, Vashishta, Sumantara, and Ashwapati. And Ram got to know eventually afterwards. We will discuss that maybe tomorrow, Bharata's story. So then, the anxiety grew up, and there was one more anxiety of Dashrath Maharaj. What is that? That also he never told the story. This was before the marriage. Dashrath, as a young prince, full of vigor, enthusiasm, he would go for hunting regularly, part of a king's culture to remain daring, experience blood. We discussed about it. But he had this special facility of Shabdavedi. Shabdavedi means you could shoot your target without saying it. And that became cause of his destruction. Positive tha ho. Any warrior would want such kind of benediction. When the Krauncha bird was killed, Ramayana was created. When Dashrath Maharaj shot Shravan Kumar, Dashrath's tragedy was created. हर बाण से रामायण नहीं बनता, हर साधु के गले में डालने से भागवतम नहीं आता. No. Pandu Maharaj, when he shot arrow to that Kimbad Muni, he got the curse. He had to abruptly give up his kingdom. When Karna shot that cow, he got the curse of forgetting everything what is good and important at the time when he needed the most. ऐसा शाप मिलेगा तो परीक्षा के समय तुमको सब याद रहेगा, सबके समय, लेकिन only when you are giving a final exam, that time you will forget everything. Can you imagine what kind of curse is that? And therefore, Krishna's guru, Sandipani Maharshi, what benediction he gave to his students, Krishna and Sudama, in the Bhagavatam it is said, he said, my dear children, whenever you need them the most, ये शास्त्र का ज्ञान आपके लिए फ्रेश होकर आपके सामने आ जाएगा. कितना सुंदर बेनेडिक्शन है. टू टेक राइट डिसीजन इन द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट टाइम इज द ग्रेटेस्ट बेनेडिक्शन, बिकॉज दैट डिसीजन इटसेल्फ मेक्स योर मनी बी विथ यू और नॉट टू बी विथ यू, a relationship be with you or not to be with you. It makes you whether to go here or not to go there. यानी कि beyond all the resources, the substance of decision making is the greatest benediction you can receive from your teacher, which Krishna and Sudama received. Therefore, what do you see Krishna? Fresh. His views are extremely relevant, very pragmatic. Same thing with Lord Ramachandra also. It may be done differently. Sometimes people say, oh, this is not Ram's time, this is Krishna's time. Ram Satya Satya ke karan aisa problem ho gaya. Lekin we are Krishna's follower. No. Ram ke Satya mein utna hi prabhav hai, jitne Krishna ke asatya mein. What Ram could achieve through Adarsha, Sri Krishna achieved through Vyavhar. Parinam important hai, किस प्रकार से किया वो महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है. इसलिए we can't imitate Lord Ramachandra, we can't imitate Lord Krishna, but we can learn many things from them. I love this story of when Ashwathama told Duryodhan. You know what Duryodhan? He said, what Bhishma could not achieve, what Karna could not achieve, What Karna will not achieve, what my father could not achieve, I am going to achieve for you. Duryodhan said, what? He said, today on this spot, the entire Pandu army will be destroyed because I have the weapon called as Narayanastra, which nobody has. Even Bhishma did not have that Narayanastra. He said, I release that Narayanastra and you'll see everybody dead. Duryodhan was like, in great bliss. He said, wow, do it, shoot. So when the Pandavas got to know that now the Narayan Astra will be revealed, Yudhishthira Maharaj instantly became Vairagi. He said, मैं जा रहा हूँ, सब लोग अपने अपने घर चले जाओ, हम लोग छोड़ देते, we'll go back to wherever we are supposed to go. I am sorry for engaging you all in this war. Now we have lost case, so everybody go. Because how can you oppose Narayan Astra? So when he said that, Krishna said, stop. He said, there is a way. He said, there is no such weapon in this world which cannot be counteracted. But there are different ways to counteract. He said, everybody go to sleep. सब लोग दंडवत प्रणाम कर दो. अभी युद्ध भूमि पर on the battlefield for a warrior to offer obeisances is not very easy. Even nowadays, there is a rule for soldiers. Whenever you see your own partner falling to the bullets of enemy, don't go and expose yourself to save them. That's a rule. Because in the frontline battle, more than the friendship, you remaining alive is important to attack the enemy. You can't afford that. But hota kya hai? What happens is that when a fellow soldiers die, are about to die, on the battlefield, you instantly become, no, I can't allow him to die. If I come back to my home, this will stay for rest of my life that I was not able to protect my fellow friend. That's how this great Vikram Bharatra died. He broke the rule. He conquered different ports, points for India. But when of the fellow soldier fell down, he was told never to go. He told one of his fellow subordinates, he said, sir, it's not right what we are doing. Then Vikram said, are you afraid of it? He said, no, I'm not afraid. I'm telling it is not supposed to be done. Then Vikram said, no, anyway, I was not allowing you to go because you are a married man. Aapka parivar hai, main hi jaunga. And he exposed himself. A sniper shot him on the forehead and instantly was killed. ये repeatedly होता है. ऐसे कितने बार हुआ in Sri Lanka? One brigadier was telling Gaur Gopal Prabhu, he said, in front of them 5 soldiers were killed. एक गया दूसरों को बचाने के लिए, उसको भी ऊपर, तीसरे ऊपर, चौथे ऊपर, 5 के ऊपर. Because you go beyond the rule. Right. So therefore it is not very easy for the soldiers to lie down on the battlefield. वो बोलेगा मैं मरूंगा लेकिन झुकूंगा नहीं. No. And who is he? The Supreme Personality of God could have said, okay, I'll create another weapon. But he does not break rule of his own weapons. He respects that weapon. बोला सब झुक जाओ. So because Krishna told everybody offered obeisances, and Duryodhan didn't realize what's happening. He didn't know what's going to happen because he was bewildered. Everybody was bowing down. When Arjuna started bowing down, there was one person who was opposing. His name was Bhima. He said, Arjun, you can't do this. How can you place your weapons down? You are offending the Gandiva bow. You can't do this. Don't do it. Let us fight. Arjuna told very simply, look, ब्राह्मणों के सामने, गाय के सामने और शरणागतों के सामने मैं अस्त्र मेरा नीचे रखता हूँ, इसलिए मेरा कोई अपराध नहीं हो रहा है. No. And Narayan, Lord Narayan के सामने. Lord Narayan, Brahmana and cows, I don't raise my weapons, therefore I am not breaking. So Arjuna placed his weapons down, but Bhima said, no, I am going to fight alone. So Mahabharata explains the entire Tej, the power of that Narayan Astra was concentrated on Bhima. Can you imagine? जो सारे अक्षौणी सैन्यों की मारने की शक्ति रखती थी, अगर वो सारा उसका पावर एक व्यक्ति के पास जा रहा है तो भीम का क्या होता? But Krishna and Arjuna rushed, they dragged him down and the weapon went off. And Krishna said, my dear Bhima, If we can do while bowing down, why not do it? If we can do while standing, do it. It's not about bowing down or not bowing down. So when the weapon went away, Ashwathama was happy that मैंने सबको झुकाया. But Duryodhan was not happy. He said, अरे फिर से छोड़ो. बोला एक ही बार छोड़ सकता उसको. मैंने सबको झुकाया. But Duryodhan was not satisfied with simply making people offer obeisances. So it's a very interesting. So Dasharath Maharaj, he had this weapon of Shabdavedi, and he came to the forest, and Valmiki Maharshi, whenever he has to talk about people's limitation, he does not hesitate to talk. He says, season was so inducing passion in the heart of Dasharath Maharaj, and therefore he was blinded by desire to shoot by any means. So if you study the scripture, the first thing, whenever something happens, the scripture asks you to find fault within your own decisions. ये नहीं कहता कि आपको ये डेस्टिनी का ही खेल था, ऐसा नहीं. You have to find faults within your own self. Therefore, Valmiki Maharshi doesn't say he was drawn by the destiny. He says he was drawn by the passion. क्योंकि जब तक unless we find faults, you cannot create a good legacy. Recently, I was, talking to one army retired general, lieutenant general. He made a very interesting point, very beautiful point. Every family, every business family, every institution, every organization should learn this. He was a lieutenant general. He said, you know what? He said, as a warrior, we love to give boastful talks. We have limitless stories to share. So when we go and speak to our younger fellow soldiers who are freshly in army and we have retired, what do? We only talk about our achievements. No, मैंने 71 में इधर battle किया, इधर इतने लोगों को ये किया, वो किया, सब कुछ. He said, what do? We tell all the stories of 70, 60, 65, 99, Kargil war, all that. He said, that's a history. That does not create a legacy. He said, what the teacher, what the professor, what the leader has to do, he has to tell inspiring stories of the past, but he also has to tell what he was not able to achieve so that the legacy can continue. Very brilliant. He said, अगर critical thinking नहीं होगा, तो you become bunch of simply flattering each other. तो आपके पास केवल एक monument या you only have a rock, but there is no substance behind it. And then your son-in-law was saying, we do Bhagavad Gita class in here. So he was telling, what he said, very interesting point he made. He said in industries, even very professional industry, he said in professional industry also, when the leader reaches his incompetency, that is the time he thinks that I'm indispensable. Huh? Can you imagine when you reach your incompetency, क्योंकि वृद्ध होने के बाद you have to become Lal Krishna Advani. No? He started the party. But, what does old age do? It tells you, now you have become incompetent because of the powerful material nature. You become irrelevant. You can only become relevant by becoming irrelevant. अगर आपको सम्मान चाहिए, respect चाहिए, then don't try to do those things which have become less competent. But the problem is, even those who have trained nicely in some of the best of the universities, because their success makes them feel that I will always remain indispensable, and because they have this attitude of I am successful, they become incompetent. When they become incompetent, they impose this ideology that I am indispensable. तो इसके कारण बड़े बड़े institution, organization become reach to the height of inefficiency. No? सो देखो ना क्या कैसी प्रकृति है. Therefore, Lord in Hanumanji, he was willing to be irrelevant on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. To be simply a mark on the flag. क्या करना था? एडवाइस भी नहीं, अरे भीम ऐसा बाण चलाओ वैसे बाण चलाओ, केवल आवाज करना था. चीयर क्राउड, ओरिजिनल चीयर क्राउड. नो, कैन यू इमेजिन कि such a performer, he is the hero of Ramayana, but he is simply shouting and screaming, being a part of the flag. That is the power of time. Similarly, Jambavan told Hanumanji during Lord Vaman's appearance, I was going around doing circumambulation of the entire universe, not once, twice, thrice. But now this 100 yojana of Samudra, the ocean, I cannot jump. I might do 90. लेकिन 90 नहीं, 100 चाहिए. So Jamban was willing to accept that reality and saw the potential. Hanumanji can do that. It's such a amazing concept. So, which people, what they do? They do not accept. Therefore, Valmiki Maharshi, whenever he is talking about whichever character, however great that character is, what will they do? They will also talk about their limitations, because limitation gives rise to a lesson to be learned so that we can progress in the future very nicely. Otherwise, what happens? We live in the land of slander and flattery. Slandering and flattery. Slandering and flattery. You'll have a bunch of people who will flatter you, and you'll have a bunch of people, they will slander you. But both does not benefit us. Because slanderers, what do they make? They make us very defensive. And people are flattering us, that also makes us defensive. We want to be surrounded by such people. But the critical thinking has the great quality of submitting to our limitation. Therefore, there has to be nice surrounding. So Valmiki Maharshi always brings this limitation of all characters in Ramayana except Lord Ramachandra, because of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. भगवान के सीमाओं को नहीं प्रकट करती है, बिकॉज उनकी सीमा है ही नहीं है. जो उनकी सीमा है, उनकी जो मर्यादा है, वही मर्यादा उनका संकल्प का कारण बन जाता है. विल डिस्कस दैट. सो दशरथ महाराज was passionate and he shot the arrow thinking it must be a deer, a water drinking deer. But unfortunately, what he heard, the sound of cry. And when he went close, he saw Shravan Kumar, being pierced by the arrows of Dasharath Maharaj. He was lying there and he had come to collect water for his parents, who were old parents. He was taking them to the holy places. तीर्थ जाते समय उनके ऊपर बाण चलाया. दोनों अंधे थे. तो ये प्रश्न उठता है कि दशरथ महाराज, even after being the father of Lord Ramachandra, had to go through the consequences of his action. No? Because that is how the concept of karma is. Therefore, Prabhupada writes in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that karma principle works in three ways. Karmani nirdhati kintu ja bhakti bhajam. When you perform devotional service, your entire karma is destroyed. But how does it happen? Three ways it happens. First, it happens that your karma is minimized. अगर आपकी उंगली कटती है तो आपको समझना वो गला कटना चाहिए था. No? So karma is minimized. And the second one is that, which is very rarely happens, that your past karma gets completely destroyed. ऐसा बहुत रेयर होता है. हमको लगता है कि मेरे साथ में ऐसा होना चाहिए. No? But most of the time what happens, Krishna gives us the strength to face the consequences. And that is what most of the time happens. ये हम लोग सुनने से डर जाते रहे. नहीं ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Prahlad not being burned in the fire is an inspirational story, but it is not a legacy. When Pandavas were about to be burned in the fire, they didn't stay there chanting, Narayana, Narayana, Hari, Hari. They didn't stay there. What they did? They did a plan. They had a strategy. कि the day before this, what's his name, tries to burn them, we will burn him. तो वहां से वो भाग गए, उन्होंने प्रयास किया, पुरुषार्थ किया. Right, the most of the stories is like the story of the Pandavas. The only one story of not being burned in the fire is the story of Prahlad and Hanumanji. And Hanumanji only because Mother Sita, goddess of fortune, she was praying कि इसको कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. नहीं तो अग्नि का रूल है, वो जलेगा. आप जप करो तो भी जलेगा, अगर जप नहीं करो तो भी जलेगा. जब करते समय अगर जल गए तो क्या होगा? यू कैन ट्रांसेंड, बट जलना बंद नहीं होगा, बिकॉज दैट इज द लॉज ऑफ नेचर. So Dasharath Maharaj, when he shot that arrow, it pierced him. He came down and he said, you know what, why did you do this to me? When he heard that he did out of ignorance. So the boy did not curse him. He said, please go and fetch water to my parents. They're thirsty. And he said, please go and inform them. Now Dasharath Maharaj had all the facilities to run away from there only. कौन देखता था? Nobody was there to see. He could run away from there hoping अरे किसकी पड़ी है, मैं थोड़ा उनके लिए दान वगैरह भेज दूंगा. But to face the painful parents was one of the greatest quality of Dasharath Maharaj. We do regret not for making mistake, but being caught after making the mistake. ये अंतर है. इसलिए कितने शास्त्र कहते हैं कि फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ गॉड इज रिजाइडिंग इन ऑनेस्टी. प्रामाणिकता में भगवान का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण अंश बसा रहता है. इट इज नॉट दैट यू बिकम ऑनेस्ट टू एनी टॉम, डिक एंड हैरी. द अदर पार्टी शुड ऑल्सो हैव द कॉम्पिटेंसी टू हैंडल द ऑनेस्टी. You can't go and tell your stories, because then either your honesty will be exploited or you will become shameless. Sometimes people say, oh, see the Western people, in the Western world there is a lot of honesty. I said, maybe, but that honesty could be leaning towards shamelessness. So it's a very interesting principle. Honesty के भी बहुत सारे shades होते हैं. But here Dasharath, going to the right people to expose himself, he comes and informs the parents. पहले पानी पिलाने के लिए प्रयास करता है कि कम से कम let them drink the water. But they don't drink water. Said, why? Are you not feeling happy with us? We causing so much of trouble to you. We know. So therefore, what happened? Why you are late? So please talk to us. So he couldn't make them drink water also. Just imagine if you have to play a role of Dasharath in the drama. What he must have gone through, because Dasharath Maharaj was a circumstantial passionate person. लेकिन उसी समय गलती हो गई तो तुरंत अपने भूल की सूझ आ गया. He got realized and therefore he was able to go and explain to them, and he told, this is what happened to us, this happened to your son. And what did the elderly parents said? He said, the mere fact you have come here and you told us, it's a painful to hear. But if you had not come to us, then your head would split into hundreds of pieces. Because they were tapasvi people. They were from the mixed caste. लेकिन वो तपस्वी थे, आपको शाप लग जाता. And they said, take us to that body. He brought them to them. They couldn't see, but they could feel. They touched his body. And they told, look, my dear Dasharath, we have nobody in this world. So therefore create a fire, and placed our son, placed both of us. So Dasharath Maharaj को चिता देना पड़ा, एक मृत व्यक्ति का और दो जीवित व्यक्ति का. He said, I will do this, I will do that. He said, no, for us it is not the resources, it is the relationship. हमारा जो अभी क्या बचा हुआ है बचने के लिए? What is there for us? We are elderly people, there is nothing for us to live. He said, he place our body along with our son's body. सो 3 एक पायर पे तीनों को बिठाना पड़ा. And before he could place the fire to them, the father, he said, the pain what we are going through, we can't bear it, we can't hold it back. आपका सुख, आपका दुख, आपका intense pain, आपका intense excitement, if you held it back, if you don't sneeze thinking that, oh, I am surrounded by so many people, that is considered as very unhealthy. No? जो शरीर के कई वेग होते हैं ना, उसको कृत्रिमता से धारण नहीं करना चाहिए. When Prabhupada had told, they asked about, responding to the call of nature. He said, one who goes one time is a yogi. 2 टाइम जो जाता है वो भोगी, और 3 टाइम जाता है वो रोगी. In our Kannada there is a saying, 4 टाइम होगा उन्हीं के रोगी, यत्तुकोंडु होगी, to lift him. So some devotees artificially started trying to control their, that devata. तो उससे क्या हो गया? It is very dangerous. So similarly, emotions, when they are held back, therefore why men suffer more heart attack? Because they want to act tough. So therefore our scripture says both people, men and women, have their opposite energy also. Men also have feminine energy and female also have the masculine energy. उसका बैलेंस उपयोग करने से you remain healthy. So here this father, he couldn't hold back. He said, he uttered the curse. It was not a curse. Because curse and benediction also has to be seen through the lens of karma only. The foundation of curse and benediction also comes from the principle of, good behavior and bad behavior only. Narad Muni would not curse Nala, Kuver and Manigriva just because there was no reason only. He gave the curse because there was certain reaction. A curse, what does it do? It simply speeds up the whole karmic cycle. नहीं तो उनको पेड़ बनना ही था उनके कारनामे के कारण. But what Narad Muni did, he simply increased the speed of that karma and he said, this is what you have to experience. So before dying, what they did? उन्होंने शाप दिया. What was it? He said, you go through the same experience what we are going through. You will die, you will experience your death in separation of your son. Can you imagine? Dasharat, Arjun को शाप मिला कि तुम हिजड़ा बनेगा. But that curse was not his problem. That was the problem of the person who was giving the curse. So what did he do? Indra said, don't worry, utilize this curse for your incognito. Arjuna was able to transform that curse into a benediction. One person cursed Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that you become Daridra. He said, very good. To give us curse to somebody like him was a benediction. Daksha Prajapati gave curse to Narad Muni that you do not stay in one place for more than 3 days. Narad Muni said, great. Because Narad Muni used that curse to travel everywhere to spread the knowledge of God, and that's how he came to Narad Muni also. And came to Valmiki Maharshi also, he came to Prahlad also, he came to Dhruva Maharaj also, he came to Vyasdev also. Just see that curse, he transformed that into a benediction because that was the anger of that personality. Therefore the curses are also of different varieties. अगर बासमती चावल के कितने सारे varieties है, चावल के कितने सारे variety है, what to speak of curses also. So not curses are all same, but Dasharatha's curse was the greatest tragedy caused by his passion for circumstantial situation and separating the child from the family who was going for their final destination of life. उनके सारे आश्रय को निकाल दिया. तो अगर वो शाप भी नहीं देते वही होता. No, even if they had not given the curse, that would happen, but they only spoke to him. But the problem was when Dasharath came back to his kingdom, he never told this story to anyone. 2 स्टोरी के साथ झेलना है उनको. पहला ये स्टोरी हुआ, द स्टोरी ऑफ कर्स. Second is giving benediction to or promise to Vishwapati, Ashwapati, the father of Kaikai. Now both, the son has grown up, Ram, and he does not know what's going to happen. How will I be separated from my son? Ladka bhag jayega. Because in their family also there were people like Trishanku. In every family, दाल में कहाँ तो काला खड़ा निकल ही जाता है. No family will always have pure legacy. रावण के परिवार में विभीषण मिलेगा, राम के परिवार में त्रिशंकु मिल जाएगा. Who had a war against his own guru, Vashishta Maharshi. And Vishwamitra Muni was kind of helping him. He wanted to go to heavenly planets without being qualified. So therefore, when Dasharath Maharaj didn't know what's going to happen, मेरा लड़का भाग जाएगा, abruptly उसका death हो जाएगा, उसके कारण मेरा separation होगा. You can't imagine the future because आपके पास उसका कोई भी नियंत्रण नहीं है. Imagine what kind of anxiety. And he never told his story to anybody. When did he tell his story? He told his story to Kaushalya when Lord Ram had gone to the forest, and he narrated the entire story. After narrating that story, maybe one night or two nights he survived. Maybe the same night he passed away from this world. He told, my dear Kaushalya, the Ayodhya-vasis will be most fortunate to see Lord Ramachandra coming back, but I will not be able to see, because he realized that curse is coming. First time he told to his wife. Just reflect on this story. Ki what a painful life. Itna sara sukh, not resources of being a king. To have such a great son like all the four sons. Can you imagine? Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna. If you study the great Kamba Ramayankar, he says, Ram महान है, लक्ष्मण उससे महान है, और लक्ष्मण से महान भरत है. Bharat is greater than Ram also. He says, you can have 1,000 Rams, but to get one Bharat is very difficult. And Shatrughna, in one sense, greater than Bharat also. When Lord Ram came back to Ayodhya as a king, they had to deal with this demon called as Lavanasur. So Ram asked, who will go? Because either one of them have to go. Lakshman said, I don't go anywhere. I will only stay with you. तो उन्होंने तो सीधा बोल दिया, राम लक्ष्मण का सेवा कैसे था? I will always serve physically. साथ में रहूंगा. Separation service बाकी लोगों के लिए. No? So he didn't say. Now Shatrughna realized, if Bharat says, anyway I am going to go with Bharat, I will anyway miss Lord Ramachandra. And Bharat has stayed away from Lord Ram for 14 years. Again he has to experience separation. Mera to separation hoga hi. He raised his hand that I will go. So what will happen to him? To see that Bharat gets the association of Lord Ram, Shatrughna went away from Ayodhya forever, so that Bharat should get his association. Therefore the Acharyas explain what is Shatrughna means. उन्होंने किस शत्रु को मारा था? He killed the Shatrughna of attachment to Lord Ram. अगर भगवान राम के पास मुझे रहना हो तो उसके कारण मेरे भरत की सेवा नहीं होगी. तो therefore he kind of conquered that attachment also. The service to a devotee like Bharat became greater, and what was the obstacle for that service? Lord Ram himself was an obstacle. तो उसको तोड़ना कितना कठिन है. Therefore Shatrughna. So every character of Ramayana, they display such a quality, but even in that also all characters are not glorified as much as other characters, because that is how the storyline is. So then eventually Dasharath ji married, then he had children, Ramchandra was growing, and one day Ashwapati came and he asked, when they were young only, Bharat and Shatrughna, Bharat and Shatrughna stayed not for some time. They were staying for long time in the land of their Nanaji, the Mamaji now. You know, so they were staying there for a long time. When Vishwamitra Muni came to the palace of Dashrath Maharaj asking Ram to be taken to Siddhavan, Bharat and Shatrughna were not there. And then he decided to coronate Ram as the prince reason. Because something he felt, he saw the poet, the Valmiki, one of the hair of his head, which was very close to the ear. It came and reminded him, now you are becoming old, let the legacy continue. That is one reason. And more than that, the anxiety, what will happen to Ram? I need to see his coronation. And he chose a muhurta which was not very good muhurta. राज्य करने के लिए वो अच्छा मुहूर्त नहीं था. The question is raised, then why Vashishta did not stop it? He was a Kulaguru. He could have stopped it. But Vashishta being Trikalagya, he knew that if Lord Ram stays in Ayodhya, then the purpose of Ram's coming will not be fulfilled. The purpose of Ram's coming to this earthly planet was to bring down Ravan. So Vashishta played neutral role. चलेगा आपकी इच्छा है, मुहूर्त आपने रखा हुआ है, we will organize everything. So he didn't say anything. And then what Dashrath Maharaj did, he invited everyone for this coronation ceremony. Everyone. From the tribal community, their kingdom, distant lands, but except 2 kingdoms were not invited. Janak Maharaj was not invited, and Bharat Shatrughna's uncle was not invited, and even Bharat and Shatrughna were not invited for the coronation ceremony of Lord Ram. Ordinary birthday also, if you don't invite some of your relatives, lifetime का enmity हो जाता है. Third birthday, what is third year? There is no contribution, it's only expenses. Somebody is celebrating their 50th birthday, you can understand something they have contributed. But ordinary thing, if you don't invite, people get offended. One of the biggest challenge is not the arrangement of who will be cooking, where to stay in the marriage ceremony, whom not to miss. अगर ये मिस करेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा. एंड इतना बड़ा सेरेमनी चल रहा है, such a big ceremony is happening, and your 2 important sons are not there for that coronation. Do you not see something wrong is there? Bharat and Shatrughna are not invited, and Dashrath Maharaj invited everybody. Asked, is it okay if I coronate Lord Ramachandra? In the royalty, in the Dharma Shastra, when you coronate a king, you do not ask the subject. You ask the ministers, the guru, the purohit, उनसे पूछो, क्योंकि वो जानते हैं कि आपके बच्चे कैसे हैं. When Bharat Maharaj, the great Bharat, when he realized his 9 sons are useless, can you imagine? All the 9 sons, but Dashrath Maharaj had no son, that was the problem. And Bharat had 9 sons, but that became a problem because all the 9 became useless. उनको राजा नहीं बना सकते हो. अगर प्रजा को पूछोगे, प्रजा को तो खरीदी कर सकते हो. No, प्रजाs have respect for the royalty. They'll say, नहीं कोई भी चलेगा, हम लोग स्वीकार करेंगे. So when he spoke to his guru said, you analyze yourself very deeply, whether they're qualified or not. So what does the guru do? Guru helps you to discover the realities of life. He does not order. तो उनको समझ में आ गई मेरे 9 बच्चे यूजलेस है. अगर वो जीवित भी रहेंगे, even if they live, even if they survive, the next king whom I'll adopt and coronate, they will create a trouble to him. Therefore, he actually killed 9 of his sons. Bhagavatam talks about this in the 8th canto. Why? Because the kingdom becomes more important than the children. Raja, इसलिए Raja is addressed as Maharaj. Why Maharaj? because he had the same principle of vairaga as much as the sannyasi has. तभी तो राजा बनता है. अगर ऐसे राजा थे, इसलिए महाभारत और रामायण था. And Dhritarashtra was the one who changed the entire system of being a king. He said, for me, my sons are important more than the subject. Vidura told him, based upon the precedent, he said, renounce one of your son. दुर्योधन को त्याग दो. अगर दुर्योधन को त्यागो तो क्या होगा? Your 99 son will survive, along with the kingdom will survive. Dhritarashtra said, no. You are giving very cruel instruction to me. And what happened? Because he tried to protect that one son, the 99 also gone. The entire kingdom was destroyed, and he had to live for next 18 years. पत्थर बना था उसका heart. For next 18 years he survived, even after the death of his 100 sons. और फिर भी राज्य सिंहासन पर बैठा रहा. Yudhishthira did not sit on the throne. He allowed Dhritarashtra to sit on the throne. Just imagine, how much that wrong decision made him make so many mistakes, but it also made him completely desensitized. Only Vidur came and gave that fire. Then he walked away from the kingdom. So Dasharath Maharaj, he called everybody, all the subjects. Subjects said, yes, he should be the king instantly. Then he asked, that means I did not rule properly. You are so eager that I should, relinquish and make our Ram as the king. So there was a background. The subject did not tell him, but the point was, because Dasharath Maharaj had so many wives, Yatha Raja Tata Praja, and Tata Praja Tatha Raja. तो राजा वैसे होने के कारण कई प्रजाओं ने क्या किया था, विदाउट हैविंग अ राइट रीजन ऑल्सो हैड मोर देन वन वाइफ. और उसका परिणाम क्या हो गया कि ओनली द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड कैन ट्रीट ऑल द वाइफ्स इक्वली. तभी भी डिफिकल्ट होता है. रुक्मिणी और सत्यभामा का ट्रबल हो ही जाता है, नो. अदरवाइज नो बडी कैन एक्चुअली with all the resources also, then you have to only kind of force, dominate, show your power. You don't give them relationship, you only give resources and control them. Then the marriage superficially survives. Like all this Saudi king, 27 wives. You think they're all very happy with their boss? They had no other choice. It was like an imprisonment only. You can't say I don't want to marry, and you can't say I want to divorce in this marriage. Only the king will decide, I want to stay with you, I don't want to stay with you. So therefore, they were thinking, and they had experienced that Kaikeyi was a pet queen of Dasharath Maharaj, and Kaikeyi would never allow Dasharath Maharaj to interact with Kaushalya. Dasharath Maharaj was madly attracted to Kaikeyi, but he gave great respect to Kaushalya. परंतु केवल सम्मान से काम नहीं चलता है, समय भी देना पड़ता है. परंतु Kaikeyi would not allow Dasharath Maharaj to give time to Kaushalya. In fact, in the palace, even the birds were trained. The birds would make noise. The parrots, that pecked the feet of Kaushalya. Kaushalya was very ill-treated. Sumitra was ill-treated. Just like the Dhruva Maharaj story, Uttanapad loved both the wives, but he was more attached to Suruchi, and Suniti was neglected. So they said they were experiencing, because of the co-wives being favorite, other wives were not taken good care. And the girls who were not married, they were worrying, if we go to that house where they are already having other wives, we will not be taken good care. So therefore, if Ram becomes the king, what will happen? Eka Patni Vrat hone ke karan, all the girls were very happy that we will only marry to that person who will not have any other wife other than my own self. And those who already had co-wives, they knew that Ram will tell them to be fair to everybody else. So isliye they wanted Ram to be king as early as possible. They were happy with Dasharath, but this was the disadvantage of Dasharath's kingdom. So then he decided the nakshatra. He took all the care. He wanted to overcome the curse. कि राजा बना दो जल्दी. He was careful not to invite Janak Maharaj. He was very careful not to invite his sons, 2 sons. He was very careful not to invite his brother-in-law, that is Kaikai's, brother. He did all, and he also told Ram. He gave the indication, Ram, you know what? Very indirectly it is mentioned, Ram, he told, you are so qualified. If you are not qualified, if your asara useless, then I could have fulfilled the vow which I had given to our Kaikai's father. But I can't do that because you are qualified, and according to the tradition only you have to be the king. And then he said, Bharat, is good that Bharat and Shatrugna are not here. If Bharat was here, he is very good, but you know what, you can't promise that his behavior would continue same. Ram did not understand why is he saying like that. But Dasharath Maharaj knew, what if he comes and if he knows about it and he demands for the kingdom? So better is not there, let us coronate, and if people come and ask, I can say sorry. No? Kshama mang lo baad mein. So he did not invite these people because Ashwapati would challenge, and Janak Maharaj would not mind losing his daughter becoming a queen. What he would mind was dharma ke anusar kaam chalna chahiye. The Ramayana says he invited people from the country beyond Janak Maharaj also. But he did not invite Janak Maharaj. And Janak Maharaj is not the person who will great crash. No, mujhe bhi aana hai. No, he would not. So he did not come. So Dasharath took all the responsibility of avoiding those people who could potentially cause trouble to the coronation of Lord Ram, while carrying this anxiety, कब मुझे शाप का अनुभव करना पड़ेगा श्रवण का. कैन यू इमेजिन? तो सुख कहाँ था उनके पास? He did everything, the news was spreading, but he forgot to mention Kaikai personally about the coronation. He was thinking, I will go tonight, spend some time with also. So meanwhile what happened? This Manthara who had come from some other country, no? She started causing such a trouble. Therefore, Valmiki again indicates when an ordinary person starts dictating the master of the house with a full liberty. Sumantara chastising Kaikai and Manthara chastising Kaikai is a big difference, because Sumantara was given the post of a minister. He was one of the 8 ministers. There was a qualification. और मंत्रा में क्या था? She took the advantage of the simplicity of Kaikai. ऐसे कितने बार हो जाता है कि the servants, they become more close to the family than the family members, and what they do? Nothing wrong to have intelligent servant, but when they start playing their role beyond their position, फिर घर में वो अग्नि के बदले में आग लगा देते हैं. दीपक जलना चाहिए, लेकिन दीपक अग्नि के रूप में रहना चाहिए, लेकिन जब दीपक अग्नि वो आग बन जाती है, वो घर को जला देती है. इट्स अनकंट्रोल्ड फायर. सो व्हेन मंथरा सॉ, मंथरा यानी कि मन को मथने वाली, सुमंथरा यानी कि मन को भी मथने वाले, परंतु सुमंथरा आ गया नाम फिर से. Sumantara, he churns your mind for a positivity. So she saw from a terrace, the big festivity is going on instantly, everybody is planning, and she couldn't stand it. Can you imagine, in the entire Ayodhya, इतना अच्छा संग होने पर भी परिवर्तित नहीं हुई. She was determined, I will not be transformed. मैं बदलूंगी नहीं, परंतु अयोध्या का पूरा दिशा मैं बदल दूंगी. And she saw, and she went up to Kaikai. He said, do you know what's going to happen? He said, what's happening? Because Kaikai was ignorant. उसको मेकअप दे दो, उसके लिए श्रृंगार सामग्री दे दो, अपने दुनिया में पड़ी रहती थी उसको. She was not politically astute. She was a simpleton. वो क्रूएल नहीं थी. She was not mean. लेकिन उसको बनाया गया. That's a very interesting. So when Kaikai said, you don't know, He said, Dishrath, he is coronating your Kaushalya's son as the king. वो राजा बनने वाला है. तो कैकेयी ने बोला अच्छा न्यूज लाई करके अपने गले से डायमंड का नेकलेस, क्योंकि उसका बाप क्या क्या जाता है कौशल्या के लिए, कैकेयी के लिए इतना सारा ट्रेजरी खोल के रखा था, निकाल के एक डायमंड नेकलेस अपने एक सेवक को दे दिया. नाउ even when you give some gift to people, you should understand the capacity to handle that gift. अगर अब एक गरीब व्यक्ति को जिसके पास खाने के लिए नहीं है iPhone 10 दोगे तो क्या करेगा उसको लेकर? एक तो अटैच्ड हो जाएगा, बेचने पर भी उसको ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. What will do? It will only cause trouble to him. Therefore, Krishna, again, our scriptures are so pragmatic, beautiful, absorbing, but you can also have so many observations also. When Shamantaka jewel was received by Satrajit, Krishna came to him because that jewel was giving 40 man of gold. One man is 40 kilo. 40 man, na? Or 8 man. 40 man, whatever, 8 bhi chalega. So 1 man is 40 kilo. So much of gold it was giving. So now Satrajit was not a king. He was a landlord. बहुत बड़ा landlord था उधर का, royalty का connection था. What did Krishna tell him? He said, look, this jewel, better hand over to Ugrasen Maharaj. Jewel भी safe रहेगा और तुम भी safe रहोगे. And the resources what you are receiving can be used for everybody else. So Satrajit said, hey, it's my personal property. You are coming here asking for me. This is unfair. You can't do this. Krishna said, okay, I came to inform you. तो देखो ना क्या हो गया उसका? Because the gift what he received from Suryadev was more than what he can handle. His son died, his brother died, and he slandered Krishna, which is worse than death. भगवान के प्रति दोष लगाया. And not only did that, after condemning Krishna, he was responsible for Balramji also feel some misunderstanding about Krishna. He walked away from Dwarka for 3 years. Bhagavata mentions. He went to Mithila. And not only Balramji walked away from Mithila, just see one small wrong thing has such a avalanche of consequences. And that was the time Duryodhan came and learned mace fighting from Balramji. Not only learned mace fighting from Balramji, he pleased Balramji. Rather than asking giving Guru Dakshina to Balramji, he asked for Balramji's sister Subhadra. And Balramji said, हो गया, दे देता हूँ. पूछा नहीं सुभद्रा को. And he came and told the news that, I have already told Duryodhan to marry Subhadra. So Vasudha and Devaki were shocked. अरे किसको पूछा ही नहीं? But Krishna is there, na? So Krishna told Subhadra, it's what can be done. अपना बड़ा भाई ने नियुक्त किया तो आपको शादी करना पड़ेगा. So then Krishna had to play around so much. Just see, when you handle a gift which your capacity does not permit you, तो आपकी बुद्धि निश्चित रूप से मारी जाती है. On the other hand, our Yudhishthira Maharaj received gift from Suryadev. But what was it? It was an Akshay Patra. किसके लिए लिया था? दिखाने के लिए नहीं, मेरे पास इतना सारा गोल्ड निकलता है. उनके पास क्या निकलता था? अन्न निकलता था. और हजारों लोगों को खिलाते थे. वो भी ट्रबल किया एक बार, no? Because there was somebody else who was causing trouble. But not like Satrajit. So, our Kaikeyi gave this diamond necklace to Manthara. और मंथरा ने क्या किया? She broke that necklace just like Hanumanji also broke. But there is a big difference. हनुमान जी को जब भगवान राम ने या सीता ने नेकलेस दिया, हनुमान जी broke it. He was like, biting it, the pearls. और तोड़ तोड़ के नीचे फेंक रहे थे. लोगों ने बोला क्या कर रहा है, तो अपमान कर रहा है बड़ा. हनुमान जी said, no, I am seeing in this necklace, where is Lord Ram and Sita here? So he said, why this? It's an insult for me. You are giving me vastu दे रहे हो मेरे को when I have a actual substance? No, that was Hanumanji. Therefore, he pierced his heart. Okay, Hanumanji, when he pierced, there was Sitaram. But it was not like that. It was sheer arrogance. Having a complete confidence कि मैं इसको नियंत्रण कर सकती हूँ, उसने फोड़ के फेंक दिया. बोला पागल, तेरी बुद्धि मारी गई है क्या? अपने रानी को एक सेविका बोल रही है, अगर वो वृद्ध है, 80 ईयर की ओल्ड है, और उसकी जो रानी 4 साल की है, तो डांट सकती है, एक माता के समान. लेकिन ये ऑर्डिनरी है, अपने स्वामिनी को डांट रही, तू मूर्ख है, तेरी बुद्धि मारी गई है क्या? नो, क्या हुआ? व्हाट हैपेंड? शी सेड, राम इज बिकमिंग अ किंग, दैट इज वेरी गुड. कई सेड, because in my next lifetime I want Ram to be my son and Sita to be my daughter-in-law. This is what Kaikai says. And then he said, okay, let him be the king, because eventually Bharat will be the king. क्योंकि उसको मालूम नहीं था कि भरत राजा कभी नहीं बन सकता. No, Ram's son will become the king. That also did not matter to Kaikai. He said, chalega. So nothing was causing any confusion to Kaikai. Then what she did was, she used her greatest fear. What was the greatest fear? Because she had mistreated Kaushalya. Now Kaushalya will become Rajmata, and she will get back to you. तुम्हारा स्थिति एक सेवक से भी कम हो जाएगा. So what happened? For that, Kaikai became very weak. She imagined fear कि मेरे साथ में ऐसा हो सकता है. Then she said, what should I do? तो Kaikai को मंत्र ने रिमाइंड किया, याद है तूने 2 वरदान के लिए, it is not that she has a strategy कि I will ask this benediction afterwards. उसको मालूम नहीं था क्या मांगना चाहिए. No, she was so innocent, she didn't know what to ask. ठीक है, बाद में पूछ लेती हूँ. No. अगर एक गरीब व्यक्ति के पास कोई धनिक आता है, मांग जो भी मांगना है, वो कंफ्यूज हो जाता है काफी बार. अगर वो थोड़ा एक्सपर्ट रहेगा तो सब हो जाएगा, चलो ये धनिक आदमी है तो मेरे लिए कुछ मांग लूंगा. So Kaikai was so innocent, she didn't know how to ask benediction. It was not a strategy that I will ask in the future. So he said, reminded about her 2 benedictions. He said, whatever ingredients they have collected for coronating Lord Ramachandra, use those same ingredients for coronating your son Bharat. और दूसरे बेनेडिक्शन से आपको क्या करना है? राम को 14 साल के लिए वन में भेजना है. एक बार 14 साल के लिए चले जाएंगे तो क्या होगा? The entire citizen will forget Ram. Even if by chance he comes back to Ayodhya, who cares? He will not come, but even if he comes, who cares? तो ये 2 बेनेडिक्शन तू मांग, कोपग्रह में चली जा, और तेरा पति तेरे नियंत्रण में है. यू कैन कंट्रोल हिम. कोप ग्रह में चले जा, सारे अपने गहने निकाल के फेंक दे, अपने कपड़ों को अस्त व्यस्त कर दे. सो व्हेन ही कम्स यू शुड आस्क दिस बेनेडिक्शन. सो देन व्हाट हैपेंड? दशरथ महाराज ने सब कुछ किया था, लेकिन ये छोटा सा छिद्र बंद करने के लिए भूल गए थे, और वो छिद्र क्या बन गया? एक उल्कापात बन गया है. That from there the dam of his pain broke down to the extent which took his life. That we will discuss tomorrow. I will not rush, as much as we can do, because Ramayana you can never complete. One Vaishnav poet said, जिस दिन आप कहोगे, I am satisfied, that means you never heard Ramayana only. Because when you complete hearing Ramayana, the speaker and both the listeners should feel, अरे मजा नहीं आया. मजा आया लेकिन मजा नहीं आया क्योंकि जो पूरा नहीं हो पाया. Therefore Ramayana is being sung since millions of years. That is the beauty of Ramayana. We'll stop here. Any questions or comments? Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna. It is mentioned sometimes in lectures that Manthara was also affected by the demigods, because otherwise the whole course would not have happened. Therefore, she was also influenced by demigods. Is that bona fide? Or?
Yeah, that is there in the Valmiki Ramayana, half shloka. But what happens? People overemphasize that point. And one Vaishnava poet gave a very beautiful example. He said, Mantra is like a jhadu in the house. No, in the whole Leela of Lord Ramachandra, उसका पोजीशन एक झाड़ू के समान है. आप झाड़ू को ऑल्टर में नहीं रखते हो. The role is there, but a role should not be overemphasized. Oh, she's also part of demigods. Otherwise, what happens? When you say that is also will of God, then you do not become Ram's devotee. And Ram devotee can never accept anyone who caused pain to Ram. Chalta hai, it's okay. Then the whole principle of studying Ramayana is that you stand for Ram. Like how Lakshman, again, so beautiful, the conversation between Lakshman and Ram after the news he received that Ram has to go to the forest. What was his response? Lakshman speak atheistic philosophy. Daiva ko gali dete. Pages after pages. He said, what is this Daiva? He said, only those who are weak, जिनके अंदर पुरुषार्थ करने की शक्ति नहीं, दुर्बल लोग हैं, मानसिकता से पूरे बिगड़ गए हुए हैं, वही लोग दैव को मानते हैं. हम दैव को नहीं मानते, हम पुरुषार्थ को मानते हैं. इसे हम ऐसा होने नहीं देंगे. आई विल नॉट अलाउ दिस टू हैपन, दैट आवर फादर इज प्लेइंग सच अ अनरीजनेबल डिसीजन, इज मेकिंग एन इनजस्टिस. मैं पूरे अयोध्या की सेना को नाश करूंगा, लेकिन मैं इसको रोक कर ही रहूंगा. मैं मेरे पुरुषार्थ को दिखाऊंगा. बोले ये भुजाएं कोई ऑर्नामेंट के लिए है क्या? ये भुजाएं तो दिखाने के लिए है, इसका पावर दिखाने के लिए. एंड व्हाट डज राम से? राम से, लक्ष्मण, नो, दिस इज द डेस्टिनी, बिकॉज आवर फादर हैज नेवर बिहेव्ड अस विथ लाइक दिस. अगर किसी का परपेचुअल बिहेवियर है तब समझ सकते हो, ऐसा कभी किया ही नहीं, पहली बार किया है, इसलिए दैव है. तो दोनों के बीच में बहुत बड़ा संवाद है. अगर लक्ष्मण ने बोला तेरा नसीब है, चल जंगल में, एक गीता का फिलॉसफी. सो व्हाट हैपेंस? So Lakshman is not playing his role of defending Lord Ram. So when we bring, always, sometime people bring the whole concept of, it is all the will of God, it was supposed to happen, so why are you fighting? But when it comes to their personal property in jeopardy, then they hire best of the lawyer. तभी युद्ध करने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हैं. तब ये नहीं बोलते कि destiny है. When it comes to the topic of, discussing philosophy, we only say it's a will of God, destiny. No, if you are on the other side, if something going wrong to your son, you can't say uska destiny tha. You'll fight for it. And if something happens to you, Mukund can say, Papa, you have learned the philosophy, it's your destiny only, So therefore, as I said, philosophy has to be applied based upon who is affected by that. तो राम के लिए वनवास था, लक्ष्मण के लिए नहीं था. इसलिए लक्ष्मण को उसका रोकना उसका कर्तव्य था. And he was playing that role properly. Therefore, he is right speaking what he spoke, and Ram is right what he spoke. But now, which will be the right? Priority क्या है? Priority रहेगा इस दिशा में दैव को स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि दैव भगवान बोल रहे थे, मतलब ये मेरी इच्छा है बाबा, मुझे जाना है उधर रावण को मारने के लिए. But he can't speak it openly. So therefore, mantra ko utna hi. So one Vaishnavacharya said, no true Ram Bhakta will ever sympathize with mantra. Even though Valmiki Maharishi in half verse talks about her role with the demigod. When he's studying Ramayana, he will be like Shatrughna only. He will be like Lakshman only. He will be like Bharat only. Shatrughna ne kya kiya mantra ko? He didn't say, अरे एक्चुअली डेमिगॉड का ही काम है, वो अपना काम कर रही है, उसको डांट कर क्या फायदा. व्हेन ही सॉ मंत्रा, everybody is mourning, but Valmiki Maharishi explains. He is also angry. She is completely covered with all kinds of ornament given by the Kaikeyi as a special gift. So Valmiki Maharishi says she was looking like a monkey. covered by so many ropes. So उसको देखते ही शत्रुघ्न को इतना गुस्सा आया, उन्होंने बाल पकड़ा उसको और खींचना चालू किया उसको जोर जोर से. वो चिल्लाने लगी, अरे कहीं कहीं tell him to stop, tell him to stop. But Bharat was willing to punish his mother also. So then Bharat said, you know what, Shatrughna, what to speak of punishing her, I would punish my mother also. But Lord Ram will never see our face. वो कभी हमारे फेस को देखेंगे नहीं, इसलिए छोड़ दो उसको. तो छोड़ दिया. तो इसलिए when to bring the concept of this is destiny, this is the demigod, and when not to bring is very important. Therefore Valmiki Maharshi very consciously hardly ever he talks about Ram being the supreme lord. Because जैसे बोले कि भगवान तो राम भगवान है, तो क्या होगा, भगवान राम किस कारण के लिए आए थे? To exactly follow the character of Lord Ram through his pastimes. More than the teaching, Lord Ram's activities. And Krishna ka more than activities, follow his teachings. You know, तो इसलिए you can never always bring. Therefore, many times where you could use Deva Shardula, he has used Nara Shardula. And in fact, the Lord had told Brahma ji कि मैं आऊँगा नीचे, लेकिन one rule is there: nobody should talk about my original position of being the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But because Valmiki Maharshi is narrating, very few places it talks he being the Supreme Lord. And because he talks very few times, some of the people say, अरे this concept of Ram being Vishnu, the divinity, और भगवत तो सब लाया है, वैष्णव लोगों ने बीच में लेकर आए. वैसा भी लोग हैं बोलने वाले. एंड वैष्णव लोग कभी कभी क्या बोलते हैं, अरे सब अच्छे हैं, कहीं कहीं भी अच्छी, मंत्रा भी अच्छे, मरीज भी अच्छा है. No. So then what is the point in learning? If everybody is good, then why there is a police department, why there is a shoe stall, why there is, चोर ने अगर आपकी चोरी किया तो बोलेगा वो भी अच्छा है, मैं भी अच्छा हूँ. ना, पॉइजन भी अच्छा है, अमृत भी अच्छा है, सड़ा हुआ खाना भी अच्छा है और अच्छा खाना भी अच्छा है. So if everything is अच्छा, that will not help you to sustain in this world, because you are not on that level of reality. Therefore, mantra will always remain villain in the eyes of devotees of Lord Ramachandra. Even though Valmiki Maharshi, half verse, he indicates her role for the Devatas. No? Hare Krishna.